So apart from being able to show different currency pairs on the screen, we can also change the time, right? So if you look up here, we have what? This is for 1 minute, this is for 5 minutes, this is for 15 minutes, this is for 30 minutes, this is 1 hour, 4 hours, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, and even some exchanges can give up to a year. So it depends on which exchange you are trading. So if you want to see the chart, the currency here, the currency pair here is what? The Australian dollar and the US dollar. So if you want to, let's say, change the time for the chart that we can use analyze the chart, and we press on the 1 minute, you will see that our chart is going to change to be in the 1 minute format. If you want 1 month, we can change it this way also, right? And the next thing we can also do is that we can change how our chart appears. So instead of candlesticks, we can what? I think click on this chart that is outside there, right? And then our chart can change to a bar chart. We can click on it there on top there, right? It's actually not visible here. We can change it to a line chart, right? We can also click on it there, and then we can change it the way we want it to appear, or we can actually change here, right? I think in the next lessons I also take time to look at what each of this means. If it's a candlestick, what does the filled candlestick mean? What does the empty candlestick mean? I'll have another lesson for that also, right? One thing we can do here also is what? To add indicators. So if you come to insert, right, you can add indicators to your chart, right, if you are doing technical analysis, right? Another thing we can do here is to zoom this chart to be bigger or smaller, right? If you do it this way, it's going to go to full screen, and then you can actually minimize it and come back to what smaller size, right? This is another amazing feature we can do here, right? We can also equally zoom our chart from here, like our distance, or minimize it to look smaller this way. This is what we can do, right, on our Forex chart. The next thing we can do is, if you are going to add a trade, we can place a new order here by clicking on this, and we can set our parameters. We can put our stop loss, right, stop loss here, right, put our take profit here. Then we can put a comment that we want to put, any comment. You can just put fun, trading for fun, or this trade is special, something new, right? And then whether you are going by what market execution, I will explain all this in the coming days, right? Doing a pending order, right? You can equally use this feature also. That's another feature we can use here, right? And then you can change the volume, which is the lot of the trade. You can change it, increase it or decrease it. So hello guys, it is another interesting time. I'm here to teach about the introduction to Forex, and today I just want to look at what I call currency pairs, right? If you are new to Forex trading and you are going to trade Forex, right, the first thing you have to understand is what? Currency pairs. Currencies, Forex, in the Forex market, we trade currencies in pairs, right? Unlike any other place, like that you can like if you are trading futures, right, you actually you can buy Bitcoin alone, or you can buy Ethereum alone, you can buy whatever, right? But in the Forex market, currencies are traded in pairs, right? So I just want to have us to have a look at what the types of currency pairs that are there, and then how to identify a major currency pair, a minor currency pair, and an exotic currency pair, and how to place a trade, right? So basically, I'm just doing a basic introduction to Forex, right? So now let's come here, right? Let's look at the currency pairs that are there, right? So if you click on, this is what, if you want to create a new chart, right? This is how the chart will look like. If you want to create a new trade, right? And if you want to have a look at so you can see here, this are all the types of the currency pairs that are here. So right here you can see here we have our Forex majors, we have exotics, and we have cryptos, right? So if you want to have a new chart, right, so this chart that is here is actually what? Bitcoin and the US dollar. You all can see that the chart that is here is what? You can see where the red thing is. That's what? Bitcoin and the US dollar, right? That's a currency pair. Now, if we want to change the currency that is showing here, we can actually change it to the euro dollar. So here, sorry, I clicked the wrong thing. So here you can see that we are creating the euro and the dollar. So the chart has changed to in a different currency pair, which is the euro and the dollar. Now we can come here again and change it to the Australian dollar and then the US dollar. So if you come down here, you can see that there will be an indication showing you that this chart is the euro and the dollar. Like if you look up here, right, that is I'm telling you that the chart that is actually big on the screen is the euro and the dollar. So this is how you can show different charts, different currency pairs and their movement, right, on the chart. If you want to have a look at the certain particular chart, right, so this is how you can change the charts from here, right, you change the charts from here. Okay, so now let's look at the types of currency pairs that are available in the Forex market. Right, the first type of currency pairs are what we call the major currency pairs. Right, so if we click on here, you see Forex majors. Right, so major currency pairs are any currency pairs that include the US dollar. So in this case here, any currency pair that has the US dollar is called a major currency pair. Here you can see the US dollar against the Australian dollar, against the Canadian dollar is a major currency pair. You can see here the US dollar against the New Zealand dollar is a major currency pair. The Great British Pound against the US dollar is also another major currency pair. You can see here the euro against the dollar is also another currency pair. A major currency pair. And the Aussie, which is the Australian dollar against the US dollar, is also another major currency pair. So a major currency pair in the Forex market is a currency pair that includes the US dollar, right? We also have what we call minor currency pairs, which are also called crosses. So a currency pair that does not include the US dollar is called a minor currency pair. So you can see them. There are other many minor currency pairs here, like this one. If you click on it, right, that is if you come here, this one is right. So if you click on it like this, right, it's going to show you this is the euro against the Czech Republic Corona, right, Corona, right. If you click on this one, you can even actually like you come here. This is the euro against the South African rand, right? These are minor currency pairs are also called crosses. So a currency pair that does not include the US dollar is called a minor currency pair. Also, we have what we call exotic currency pairs. And exotic currency pairs are currency pairs that are currencies that are paired to the currency of a developing economy. So if you pair the US dollar, let's say if you come here, the Great British Pound against the Danish krone is an exotic currency pair because Denmark is a developing economy, right? So exotic currency pairs are currency pairs that are paired against currencies of emerging economies or developing countries, and cryptos are almighty cryptocurrencies, right? So any crypto pairs, Bitcoin against the dollar, or cryptos against themselves, pairing against themselves. See here, you can see that this is Dutch against the dollar. This is cryptos against themselves, right? Basically, this is the introduction to Forex. You learn about types of currency pairs. We have major currency pairs, which is any currency pair paired against the US dollar, or any currency pair that includes the US dollar. So the euro against the dollar here is a major currency pair. We have minor currency pairs, and there are currency pairs that do not include the US dollar, and these are called crosses, right? So any currency pair, let's say the Great British Pound against the euro, or is a minor currency pair or a cross. So we call it we have the pounds crosses, we have euro crosses, we have the Japanese yen crosses, right? And we have exotic currency pairs. An exotic currency pair is a currency pair that includes the currency of a developing country. So like a US dollar against the Hong Kong dollar is an exotic currency pair. we looked at what we can change the chart here to a day, to 4 hours, to 1 month, and 1 week, 1 month, and sometimes a year, depending on the exchange you were using. But we can zoom in our chart and zoom it out. We can change how our chart looks like here, right? By changing this thing, or we go to insert charts here up there. Then we can change it to candlesticks or bar graph or whatever. We can also actually change what we want to see here. We are going to trade futures, we are going to trade stocks, we are going to trade indices, we are going to trade exotics, or we are going to trade for you can decide to show them or hide them, right? You can decide to show or hide them here. And now also, one thing we can do is that we can, if we are going to enter a new trade, the best way to always click here and put your stop loss, your lot size, and your take profit, enter market execution, right? And then you go. And then if you want to use a one-click order, that's very risky because you might just be overreacting, right? And then you might lose some money, right? So that's another thing. So always use the first procedure that I showed you, right? And then you will be on the safer side of the market. So these are the basics of what Forex. I'll get another lesson, then I'll teach about other things. So this is the basics. Right. So I love you. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I actually have a company called Grace Group, and you can see, and I manage so many things under Grace Group. So just take some time and show me some love. Share this video with your friends. And also subscribe. I love you. So yeah. So now, how do you enter your first trade? If you want to place your first trade, you've done your technical analysis. I'll take lessons on a type of analysis we can do in the Forex market, right? So if you have done your fundamental analysis, you've done your technical analysis, you've done your sentimental analysis, and you want to place your first trade. So there are two ways to enter your trade, right? So the best way to enter your trade, the fastest way is if you know what you're doing, like you can just come on. If you want to buy, just one click away, right? Just enter a buy order and your trade will automatically be placed, right? You can see that it has entered and it's in a loss, right? You can actually modify it and edit and put your stop loss or take profit. But if you are a careful trader like I always do, and you want to place a very essential trade, a trade that is meaningful and sensible, you have to what? Double click on what? If you're using a PC, you simply have to what? Double click on the currency pair that you want to trade. Let's say what? Bitcoin against the dollar. I want to increase my lot size, so I can change it to what? I can increase it. Let's say I can say my lot size is 0.05, right? And I want to put my stop loss. So I'm entering a buy order, and I'm saying that Bitcoin is going to go to what? Okay, so I put what? Let's say my stop loss is what? $54,000, right? And then my take profit is what? I'm saying that Bitcoin is going to what? $61,000, right? $61,000, right? And then I'm entering by market execution, right? So I'll enter my buy order, and I don't have enough money, right? Because my lot size is big, right? So okay, let's enter a very small lot size. Oh, I entered 5 instead of 0.5, right? 0.5. If I take lot in the next sessions, I would explain why. Because a lot is what? 100,000 of what? A currency pair. So that's why we don't have enough money to make that trade. So let's say stop loss is what? 55,000. So stop loss is in case the trade goes against me. My trade, I'm instructing the computer or my trading bot, my trading system to stop the trade when the price goes against me and gets to what? $55,000. I know, let's enter $54,000, right? $54,000, right? And now I come here and I'll put my take profit at what? $61,000, right? I enter my buy order, and then my trade is successful. So it will appear here, right? And then if I want to close it, I'll simply click on the X sign here, and my trade will be closed. So basically, this is the introduction to Forex, right?